Okay, hello everybody. This is Marty from Mardiart. I'm gonna try and explain to you how we did this clamshell pop-up card. All the dies are from Elizabeth Craft Designs, and all the inks that we made, the colors on this one, are from the Tim Holtz Distress inks. The first thing you're going to want to do though is to just color everything. You don't have to do the distress inks, but I'll show you what we did on this one to make these colors come out. We use these brushes. They were called craft brushes, but I believe they're also makeup brushes, and they're nice, really nice brushes. And what it does is, like any stipple brush, it holds the colors in under the bristles as you use them. As you use them, you push down, and it makes the inks come out better. So what we did with these inks is we used a little baby wipe, and we dabbed our whatever brush you want onto here, just to make it a little moist, not to make it wet. And then we put it on our ink pads, and we just rubbed it on here. And what this helps, when it moistens the bristles, it helps so that you don't get that one time that you start little mark there of the the outlines of your bristles, and it just makes it go on a little smoother. But as you keep using, if you use the same brush, as you notice, this one is more like the yellows and the pinks or browns. It makes the colors blend together as you press down on it, and these handles here are very flexible, so you can push quite a bit. Like in our cover here, these are the spun sugar with the antique linen, and we just kept putting more on it, and as you press, it made the designs on the paper. These kits are all cut out of Neenah paper, Neenah solar white paper, and it's really good for alcohol inks and distress inks and some watercolor pens. So what I'm going to just show you is that all the colors that we use here for the distress inks, in case you want to use the distress inks. So we used the crab, was ripe persimmon and candied apple. These guys right here. And his shell back here, was a mustard seed and vintage photo. That's these two little guys right here. All the other seaweeds, and the seaweed was mowed lawn and crushed olive. That's these two here. And the coral was festive berries and candied apple. We use candied apple quite a bit here. So these two. Get those out of the way. And the conch shell was scattered straw and milled lavender. I don't know where my scattered straw is. There we go. Scattered straw and milled lavender. And our cute little crab, where I think I lost him. Our cute little crab was lost. He ran away. He's underneath somebody somewhere. Anyway, this crab was raspberry, pickled raspberry, and candied apple. I'm missing his body in the back. He's underneath there somewhere. Here he is, here he is. So look like this. Candied apple and pickled raspberry. Okay, so let's put all these things away. So after you're finished putting all your colors on, we're gonna go to, I'm sorry, this one I told you was antique linen and spun checker. And the brush made these, you know, this pattern here. It's actually pretty cool. So now the important part, or the part that you won't see on anybody else's part, is this part. And you have these two items here. One is the main shell, so you don't need to color the main shell here, and you don't need to color the bottom part of his background here, which goes here, which is the pop-up mechanism. Because we're gonna put the sand. You have coarse sand, and you have very fine sand. The coarse sand is actually what they call playground sand, and the really fine one is in the craft stores. They're for like aquarium paintings. So what we're gonna do here, this is the third time I'm trying to do this video, so I gotta hurry, because it might either fade out or my iPad might fall down. This is Elizabeth Craft Design double adhesive sheets. They're very sticky sheets, and they hold glitter really, really well. So what you want to do is you don't want to try and touch it as much as possible, because like if you're using glitter with it, oh my, it just flicks everything out. You need to make sure that all your little curves here match as best you can, because that's what's going to show. Okay? And you got this little cutout here. It may not be exact, but it definitely wasn't exact. So it should look like this. Okay? And when you peel this off, you're gonna put the sand in here, just like you would put your glitter. I don't know if any of you have used the glitter, her microfine silk glitter on any adhesive in any of her other projects, but it's really neat and cool because you just throw it on and buff it in and it gets really, really shiny. So we're going to, I don't have anything to put my sand on, so we'll just use a Kleenex here for now. So we're gonna put this on really, real good, and you're gonna take this off and try not to get anything else on it, because whatever goes on it is gonna stick. And then we just, whatever is in your bag should be more than ample to cover everything. We'll test it and see. Stick it all in there. Oh, and I still have some left. I'm gonna rub it all in. all adhere very nicely. Okay, so that one's that one. Put this one away. Then we're gonna do, then you're gonna do with the glitter. Now, you should have two little containers here in your kit. One is the Blue Ocean, or Ocean Blue is called, and the other one is called Sand Dune. Okay? You should have enough of that too, because we're only gonna use a little of it. Because if you use too much of it, it'll take up all the glue from, and your other sand won't be able to stick. So we're going to raise our piece. So this one's going to go right here like this. And you don't need to put any sand up here if you don't want to, because it's going to be covered. It's going to be like this. And then you're going to pop everything around it, on top of it. Okay, so we're going to very, very carefully take the adhesive I think what we should do is take a little bit of it off at a time. That would be a little easier. Just take off a little at a time. And match up our curves as possible. It'd be okay if you go a little over the curves if you could. Make it nice and flat. Now, I do not wish to have this on here, so I'm going to peel it right off. I think I can do that. Yes, I do. Okay. Oh, I got a little piece of sand in there. Okay. And then we're going to remove this very ever so gently, not to get it stuck with anything. And we will take the glitter. I'm not, this is part of the kit. We'll take some of the glitter and just sprinkle some of it. Just a little sprinkle. See, it'll bunch up. You have to be very careful. You know, my sister, she really hates glitter. She'll really hate microfine glitter, but she'll really love the results. Sprinkle a little bit on. Okay, and then we're going to take a fine sand and do it just like we did the coarse sand. press it all in. This is just as bad as the just of it doesn't shine. Okay. And here is the bottom. And here is the top. Now when you adhere anything to either the fine sand or the coarse sand, you will need to use double stick tape, because glue does not adhere anything to the sands, because the glue goes between the sand kernels or in between it, so it doesn't stay on top for you for anything to hold on to it. So you need to use double stick tape. So that's how you make the shell part, and you just put your colored sea animals anywhere you want them. You can design them any way you want, anywhere you want them. Then the last part, the final part, is your outside, your back side. And you have a piece like this. Oh, good. You have a piece like this, right? Oh, sorry, I'm outside again. And this will be your outside, so it will go in the back of here. But you need to cut this in half. Cut it right at the center line, because when you fold it, you'll get an edge here. So you cut it in half. You start from here, glue your way this way, and then the bottom half, cut it, and you glue it and start it this way. So you see, this one has a, am I out of the video again? This way. So when you open it, it'll have a little crease, but nobody will see that. And then it'll open and close much easier. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope that you should have no problems putting them together. And I hope you enjoy, and I hope you would check out our website again for more tips. And you can always leave me a comment. Thank you. Bye.